The race for the Texas Senate seat is shaping up to be one of the most competitive Republican primaries this state has seen in decades. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis breaks it down.
Incumbent Senator John Cornyn is seeking a fifth six-year term, facing challenges from the right and left and potentially a runoff. In the Republican primary, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is walking away from his statewide office to take on Cornyn, while two-term Houston area Congressman Wesley Hunt is also giving up his seat in Congress to join the race. Senator Cornyn says his experience and the relationships he's built over the years in Washington are key to delivering results for Texas.
A lot of relationships are really important in the Senate because there are only 100 of us, and so I think it's helped me be more effective.
Cornyn points to border security funding as one example.
Governor Abbott called me up and he said he wanted the state to be reimbursed for the money we spent for border security while the Biden administration refused to do so. And so we were able to secure $11.1 billion in reimbursement for Texas taxpayers. That's hard to do, particularly if you're a new person and you don't have those relationships or that experience.
He also highlights legislation targeting illegal immigration, expanding rural health care, and investing in mental health services and school security.
We made the single largest investment in community-based mental health care in American history, and we provided additional security for our schools, because I believe that no child should have to go to school worried for their safety, and no parent should have to send their kid to school worried, are they going to be safe or not?
Cornyn says his national security work also sets him apart.
I'm a member of the Senate Intelligence Committee, and so we are constantly learning more and more about how we might keep America strong and deter wars.
His sharpest attacks aimed at his top rival, Paxton, who has survived years of political controversy, including impeachment by the Texas House and eventual acquittal in the Senate.
The Attorney General has got enormous baggage. To me, this race really boils down to a test of character. He's betting that character no longer matters to Texans. I bet the character still does matter, and it has to matter.
Cornyn argues that baggage could put a traditionally red Senate seat at risk if Paxton becomes the nominee.
There will be hundreds of millions of dollars spent trying to salvage the Republican Senate seat in Texas if he's the nominee, and he may not win.
Cornyn believes Hunt won't ultimately win, but could play a major role in forcing a runoff.
He can force a runoff because neither one of us will be able to get 50% plus one. I'd love to be wrong about that.
He says the stakes go beyond Texas and even beyond the Senate.
As we've heard the president say, if we lose the House majority, that the Democrats will probably try to impeach him again. So the best insurance against that happening is for me to win the runoff and to be the nominee.
On the Democratic side, two of the state's most prominent Democrats, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Dallas and Austin State Representative James Tallarico, are facing off for their party's nomination. Early voting begins February 17th, and the primary election date is set for March 3rd. Reporting from the Capitol, Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin News.